The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ would often sit alone in the cave of Hira near Mecca to pray and think deeply, asking the Creator of the heavens and the earth for answers to the questions that surged through his mind. What is man's true role in life? What does the Lord require of us? From where does man come and where will he go after death? All alone, the Prophet would remain deep in thought, surrounded by nature, seeking answers to all these profound questions. On one of the nights of Ramadan, as usual, the Prophet was sitting all alone in the cave. Suddenly, the Archangel Gabriel appeared before him in human form and taught him the very first verses of the Quran. The Prophet felt that the verses had actually been written on his heart. In this manner, the Quran began to be revealed by Allah to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ through the angel. It took 23 long years to complete all the verses of the Holy Book. Being the true word of Allah in human language, the Quran is a book of learning for all mankind which will last forever. The Taraweeh is actually the Tahajjud prayer which instead of being offered before dawn is offered after the Isha prayer during this month to make the things easy for godly people. The Quran introduces the Creator and explains the bond between the Creator and his creations. Large part of the Quran deals with the stories of the prophets such as Adam, Noah, Ibrahim, Yusuf, Moses, Isa, and many more, peace be upon them all. These stories teach lessons about what is good or bad for believers of all time. Another part of the Quran talks about the hereafter, which mainly describes in detail the delight of paradise, the agony of the hell, historical events, faith, religion and religious commandments, divine promises, prayers and matters of civil law are also dealt with. When the Quran is read during the month of its revelation, Ramadan, it creates an atmosphere which reminds us of the time when the divine light from the heaven fell upon the earth. The Quran is a guiding force in man's life. He earns his livelihood according to its rules. He bathes in the ocean of its lives to cleanse his soul. The Quran is a reward to his servants from Allah. And fasting is like saying thank you for the reward. Through fasting, man makes himself worthy of being thankful to Allah. He obeys the command of Allah and so gain a keen awareness of how Allah is greater than everyone and everything else. Having gone through a month's fasting, the believer is then able to lead a life of piety as laid down in the Quran.